Well, Max, just take me through the motions of this game. It's a nail-biter the whole way through. Nobody scores in the first half, and you need a defensive stop to win the game. Just what did it feel like being out there tonight and get the win?
It felt great, relying, I didn't really feel much pressure because, we rely, we practice every day so hard and so much pressure on what we're supposed to do every week. Week after week, 3 weeks in, and we're still, we just faced one of our hardest opponents yet. People are saying, oh, we're not supposed to win, we're not even supposed to, score a lot of points, and it's supposed to be a nail-biter. But, we come out, we had that mindset where our coaches put the papers of what they said, of everyone saying where it's going to be 20-17, 20-14, and our coaches put that in the locker room. We come in every Thursday, and we can't talk in the locker room. So, it's slow burn. And then Friday, it's always still a slow burn, quiet in the locker room. You don't want messing around. And, we come in, see the pieces of paper and what they're saying, it just ain't no one believing us. Well, we just show them, man, And on that last play, it was, it was really hard, man. We were fighting back and forth. They drove down the field, and we had some fourth down stops in the goal line. They had some mistakes, and, it just comes down to where we got to be mentally ready. We got to be physically, and if another man goes down, another man got to step up.
You've now played back-to-back teams that have really good offensive lines. This obviously was a bit of a different game than Lawrence Free State, but what does this defense have, especially in the box, to just be so successful against some really good offensive lines?
We got a lot of people that are willing to learn, willing to move, willing to, run an extra zip gas or an extra down and back, just to stay in shape. So we know we got a lot of movement. We got our keys are, we might not be strong, we might not be, the biggest, but we can be the fastest, and we can definitely change our effort. If we put in all our effort every play, and we get the outcome we did today.
You guys made some just key third down and fourth down plays tonight. You were a big part of some plays in the backfield. But what do you feel like today did for the rest of the season? What did this prepare you for what's to come for the rest of the year?
I agree. It did prepare us. But at the same time, we see different teams, we see different looks, and what we're doing right now is we're getting our minds, our hearts, and our toughness ready for Northwest, Derby, and all those other teams that we're going to have to face just to get to the championship.
All right, congratulations on the win. Thank you.
Thank you.